In today's episode, we're talking money. Now, some of you guys have an itty bitty amount of money, while others have a lot of money. But regardless of where you fall on the money spectrum, there's one thing that both ends of that spectrum need to do if they want to see more of it. And that's managing your money in a way that makes you more fucking money. And I'll be breaking that down for you today and giving you an immediate action plan that you can put into place to start having your money go to work for you. So get ready to nerd out on some math today, guys, because this is episode 10 of the What the Fuck Gym Talk Show. Well, look at that, huh? We're already 10 episodes in, double digits. And to celebrate, we have a brand new bottle. This is Rua, and this comes from the Great Wagon Road Distillery Company here in Charlotte, North Carolina. It smells delicious. I've had this at the distillery one time, but this is the first time ever uncorking and having some on my own. So let's go ahead and see what GWR has in store for us. I like that. I like that a lot. Not too smoky. Good finish. I like it. Rua, check them out, guys. All right, let's get into it. And by the way, being 10 episodes into this thing is real exciting for me. For those of you guys who've been watching from the beginning, thank you so much. If you're brand new here, go ahead. You got plenty of binging to do. Get caught up. But just wanted to let everyone know, thank you so much for watching along. Now let's get into today's episode and talk about a topic that's really uncomfortable for most entrepreneurs, and that's money. Now, the entire reason anyone starts a business is because there is a thing that they love to do, and they believe they're good enough at that thing that people would pay them for it. It's a very simple belief system and one that every entrepreneur experiences at the beginning of their journey. And while I'm sure the work that you do gives you plenty of fulfillment, the end compensation for your efforts will become the primary focus if you want to keep doing this work, if you want to keep doing the thing that you love. Because providing a great service or making a great product costs money. And while I know you're not in this solely for the money, not having enough money will strangle your ability to help others and eventually create resentment against the business you created. So how do we get more money? The question that those without enough of it are asking themselves on a daily basis. And I'm going to come at this thing from two unique perspectives. So the number one way to get more money is to possess a skill that is so impressive that people who bump into your business are just compelled to give you their money. In our industry, this would be that top 1% of the talent pool. That when a customer walks in and recognizes your community, takes a look at your facility, experiences your coaching and your programming, they're pretty much instantly sold. And we've all experienced a company like this, right? That's why that whole Bitmoji of take my money was created in the first place that we've all used at some point in time. And in the fitness industry, there's a handful of brands that got this perfect right off the bat. They just put together the right combination of everything that their product and service essentially sold itself. But if that's not you, and it probably isn't, then let's move on to number two. And this is the belief that the money you possess now inherently has the power to create more of the money that you're going to receive in the future. Was that a little cryptic and confusing? All right, let me try it this way. Right here we have the money you currently have. Over here we have the money you want. Let me get this closer for you. So in order for us to get from what we have to what we want, more money, we need to be very strategic in how we implement and put our money to work for us. We're going to need marketing and branding to help grow that money. You're going to have to develop your team and utilize more efficient systems to get more money. And then we're just going to need solid sales and retention platforms in order to make more money. However, what we need to also realize is on the other side of this, we have this going on. We have just as much money that we have to deploy to make more money. But then we also have deployment of our money that makes us have less money. And these are things we can't avoid. Things like taxes, payroll, which I like to think of it as an investment, equipment, your operating expenses, and others. This is the paradigm we've got. And so that we realize the strategy of our money and what we do with it 100% determines whether we get stuck with a real tiny amount of money or a lot more money. So if you've wrapped your head around that overall belief, that our current money can either go one of two ways. It could either help us make more money or it can go the other direction and make us actually have less money, then you do realize that there needs to be a specific strategy deployed in order for us to make more money with the money we currently have. And I've got an even better way, I think, to visualize this for you microgym owners out there. And before we cut over to this next clip, I apologize. It's a little dark in there. I was having some issues with the lighting, but I think you're going to get the general idea. Here, take a look at my visual breakdown as to how to deploy the cash management system that I recommend for every microgym owner who wants their money to work for them.
So this right here is probably very accurately representative of your business checking account. All the money you've generated, everything you've got is all sitting there right in that one singular account. And we all know that scenario where we go to check our bank statement and we look at our balance and we're like, oh, I've got $18,000 in the bank. I'm good. No, you're fucking not. Sure, you might have $18,000 in the bank. It might all be sitting there, but that money has already been allocated either currently for taxes or payroll or rent, or because you unknowingly have plans for that money in the future to make you more money. You might need to invest some money to get your digital content up and running. You might be looking to finally give your GM and full-time coach a raise. Or maybe you just want to have some money stocked away so that when the unknown happens and that toilet overflows at 2 a.m. in the morning, you're not having to put a $500 plumbing bill on your credit card. So now let's see what your checking account would look like if you implemented the Profit First cash management system so that you were able to go ahead and further allocate and assign roles and tasks and strategies to your money so it could actually start working for you. So now we've gone ahead and we've taken all that money and we've delegated into 6 unique accounts that are going to have specific strategies and roles within the business. We've got a payroll account, an OPEX account, which stands for operating expenses, an owner's pay account, this is what the owner would be pulling their money out of, a profit account, a tax account, and an equipment account. Now the amount of money that you put into each of these accounts is specifically designed on your business, how much money you're bringing in, what are your goals for the business in the future, how much money do you want to make as an owner. It would be impossible for me to sit here and recommend to you percentages to allocate to these accounts. However, if you want to get better at this, I highly recommend checking out Profit First for Microgyms by John Briggs. This book breaks down this entire cash flow management system that I'm talking about here today, and even has built-in tools and online spreadsheets and training videos to help you get started figuring out exactly how to allocate all your funds into these separate unique accounts. But for sake of argument, and if I were using an example that I pulled from the book Profit First for Microgyms, we're going to go ahead and allocate 25% to payroll, 45% to OPEX, 15% for owner's pay, 5% for profit, 5% for tax, and 5% for equipment. So with this cash management system, you would effectively take the money you earned and then allocate it across these different accounts based on the percentages that are best fit for your business and the goals of your business. So based on the example I gave just a minute ago, for every $1,000 you would make, you would allocate this amount into all these different accounts. Now imagine doing that month after month, year after year. When it came time for taxes, you wouldn't freak out because you don't have any money set aside for that. It's right there. It's right in your tax account. You can ship that check immediately and not worry about it. Black Friday special is coming up and you want to go ahead and splurge on some new equipment? No problem. You have a dedicated account specifically for additional equipment, and you don't need to go ahead and rob from your marketing budget or your payroll budget to pay for it. And how about this one? How many times have you seen the numbers in your business grow, but your personal take home as the owner has not increased? By having a specific owner's pay account, you're going to be able to go ahead and create milestones and timelines of how you're going to increase the take home from your business, and you'll be able to see how it affects everything else. Because when you go ahead and pull from one end because you want to take home more money, or you want to allocate more money to payroll, you're able to see how more money going into one account ebbs and flows with the money in the other accounts. Essentially, what I believe this Profit First cash management system does, it gives you a full 30,000-foot view of your money, allows you to move it around accordingly based on what your goals are for your business at that specific time, and then allows you to deploy specific strategies against this money to achieve whatever it is you're looking to achieve with your business.
So hopefully that visual there gives you an immediate action plan so you can go ahead, call your small business banking associate, tell them you want to set up those separate accounts, and get to work to deploying your money to very specific causes. And remember the benefits to this, right? Like, why not just have it all in one big giant account? Now, if you read the book, you're going to get a bunch of different reasons, but I like to boil it down to the big three. Number one, it removes temptation. When you're not looking at a checking account balance of $20,000, $30,000, whatever you've got in there, you realize that you actually don't have as much money to spend on maybe obscure equipment purchases or taking, a gamble on some marketing company that's going to go ahead and generate 300 leads by the end of lunch. You actually realize that you're dealing with a lot less disposable income than what you think. And number two deals with something called Parkinson's Law, which simply states that we will use, spend, or consume whatever is in front of us. So by having smaller accounts with very specific purposes behind them, you're far less likely to go ahead and spend money you shouldn't be. You're probably not going to go dip into the payroll account and pull out $5,000 because you want to get those brand new bikes that Rogue Fitness just released. And the third, and personally my favorite element of utilizing the Profit First cash management system, is the constant recurring ritual of taking the funds and then allocating them across those accounts. And you can do that on whatever schedule you'd like. I do it weekly. I have clients that do it monthly. It's whatever your personal preference is. But by doing that on a regular basis, you find bloated expenses, income pattern irregularities, and other unknown money issues that you wouldn't even realize until the following tax season. Because when you only pay attention to the money come tax season, how much do you actually know about your business? So guys, if you're tired of the depression that's associated with checking your business account balance or feeling like a fraud because on the surface, you're a seasoned business owner, but you know your finances are a complete hot mess, then I highly recommend of grabbing a copy of Profit First from Microgyms or booking a call with Incite Tax to see how they can go ahead and unfuck the money situation within your microgym. Guys, that's all I've got. Thank you for watching the episode, and until I see you on the next one, have a great fucking day.